Greetings and skeletations, my new ghoul friends. I'm Naomi Dillon Sass, resident podcaster here at UIC Radio, and I'm taking you along with me to visit something grave today. This is where hauntings feel like hellos. Welcome to season 2 of a podcast for everything in the horror genre, from movies to mythologies and mysteries. This is She's in the Crypt. Along with us on this week's frightful journey, a new ghoul friend that encompasses the greatness of grunge. My kind of atrocious apparition in disguise of an actor that escaped the pool of purgatory, Adriana Apollo Murata. This film has never been analyzed by two paranormal punks who just get gore. We will be discussing the 1980 blockbuster horror hit movie, The Shining. This film was based on the novel by the legendary author who is no stranger to getting dissected at the crypt, Stephen King. It was directed by Stanley Kubrick and starred Jack Nicholson and Shelley Duvall. In this story, King was exploring the idea of traumatic events leaving a lasting impression, following a family that has hidden gifts occupying a place that is almost just as alive as they are. There will be a trigger warning at the beginning of each of my episodes, just in case today's dark discussion isn't your preferred potion. I'm going to be talking about domestic abuse, declining mental health, murder, and suicide. Cool, I get it if you can't listen to that right now. Just leave us a like on your way out and be sure to tune in next week for a different dark discussion. After this quick break, I'll be back with Apollo, and together we'll do some grave digging into a psychological horror movie that withstands the test of time. I'll be rolling in my grave with excitement while you listen to this quick message from beyond. All right, so I saw Aunt Gladys do this in Weapons, so I'm going to try it. I'm almost done wrapping the twine and the hair onto my stick, and... Oh! Ooh! Oh, my back! Oh, dang, I think a piece of my hair got tangled into it. Ooh, okay. I guess we'll do it the old-fashioned way. This is She's Summoning. Everyone, welcome to the studio, Apollo. Woo! How was Purgatory?
It was great. Loved it.
Did you hear of anything to just die for down there?
We'll figure that out as we go.
Honestly, that's the journey that goes through there when you go there. So, just to get a little familiar, what is your major and how did you choose it?
Oh, boy. Okay. My major is a BA in theater and performance, and nice. I have a minor in education. How did I choose it? I've been in storyteller and artist since I ceased to exist in my mother's womb, and there's nothing else I'd rather do. I love storytelling.
I just imagine you and your mom just like beating on her tummy like do do. First story.
I refuse to come out. First story. Almost killed my mother. Refused to come out.
Awesome. So, what draws you to the horror genre?
Ooh, what draws me? I love the mystery. I love not knowing, and I think in my 2026 swear to God, I said we need to start being scared again.
I felt that.
Yeah.
We need to start being scared again. I feel like people have not like they are just too scared to like not be scared, you know?
Let's jump into the unknown.
Yeah, they stay in their box. They stay in their comfortable zone.
In the uncomfortableness.
Right.
We need to scream, cry, and laugh all at the same time.
You know what? That's how I wake up on most days.
I feel you.
So, what are you most excited to talk about today?
Ooh, I'm excited to talk about the intricacies of The Shining and just our views on it. I guess. Yeah.
Honestly, this movie is so much to unpack. I'm going to try my hardest to get all this into this little hour episode, but we'll see how we do.
We're gonna do great.
So, we'll get right into this next segment. This is Dark Discussions. Shh. So, Stephen King's novel The Shining was made into a blockbuster phenomenon in the 80s and directed by Stanley Kubrick. This movie follows the Torrance family, Jack, Wendy, and Danny. Jack Torrance, a former teacher who is now focusing on writing, takes a 3.5-hour drive to the Overlook Hotel in Colorado. He's going to an interview for a groundskeeper job. Since it's a 25-mile highway to the hotel, it costs too much to plow it during the winter, which is why the hotel is looking for someone who can oversee necessary functions during the time it's closed, from October 30th to the beginning of May. Physically, the job isn't demanding. However, it is extremely isolating. There was a tragedy in 1970 where the previous caretaker, Charles Grady, had a mental breakdown in the middle of winter and axed his 2 daughters and wife before killing himself. Jack accepts the job and assures that his family won't meet the same fate. Back at their apartment, we see a doctor examining Danny because he had some sort of manic episode. This is when Danny's imaginary friend, Tony, gets introduced. It is also revealed that Jack had a momentary lapse in strength when coming home drunk one night and accidentally dislocating Danny's shoulder a few months back. Wendy assures the doctor that it wouldn't happen again since Jack promised to quit drinking after that day. All right, so let's dig into the first part real quick. Out of everything you just heard right now, what is the biggest red flag?
Oh, the biggest red flag? Him coming home drunk.
Right.
Hello? You can't control yourself is when it comes to your family.
I could just, I think coming home drunk, he quoted it as a momentary lapse of strength.
Right.
And it's like, what?
What?
Your hand is like as big as your kid's face. How do you, how hard can you literally pull somebody to like dislocate their shoulder? Like, that's crazy.
Sober thoughts.
I think
drunk actions.
A red flag that I saw for me was Wendy. Wendy was like, oh, he said it wouldn't happen again. Like, you know, I believe him. Like, I'm in it for the ride.
I cringed at that moment. She's like, oh, but he didn't mean it. And he said he'd change. And since then, he never, like.
Right.
No, please.
I guess it was the 80s. So, how much sooner would you have asked your cigarette than Wendy?
Immediately before. Just the way he even talks to her, we're done.
Right. So like there is this giant meme. A lot of people, my old friend group, we would always be like, "Damn, Wendy!" It's when they're smoking and like the ash just keeps growing and growing and growing. There's a part of the interview where she's talking to the doctor lady and she has her cigarette and the cigarette literally is probably like 3/4 smoked already and it's still the ashes right there. She has not ashed it yet. So that's why me and my friends would always be like, "Damn, Wendy!" Anytime we're smoking a cigarette and we wouldn't ash it. So this comes to like the big question. Would you stay in a secluded hotel for like 5 to 6 months with no internet? Because remember, this is in the 80s. Right. They had no internet. Their phone, did you see the phone in the movie? The phone was crazy.
I was like, what is this? What is that?
So would you stay in a secluded hotel for that long?
I honestly think I would. I've been on this like kick of not wanting to be on my phone. I've gotten really into reading again. My motto's been stay literate 2026.
Hey.
Swear to God. I think I could do it. If I was by myself, maybe not. I think I would need one other person there just so I don't go insane.
So then that begs the question, who would you bring there with you?
Oh my God. That's
that you wouldn't kill in the middle.
Right, that I wouldn't to withstand for so long. Probably my sister.
There you go. Because, I mean, like, you're used to already in an environment.
That's the safest
bet, right?
Right, yeah.
Me, I kind of would be down to go by myself.
Really?
I have 2 dogs and 3 cats right now. I love them to death. But, like, if I knew that they were completely safe and nothing would happen to them, I would definitely not take them with me. I would go there and just be like, all right, bet.
I would just need someone to talk to after so long. Like, I already talk to myself so much.
That's why I have a podcast.
Right. I already talk to myself, so it's like, after so long, I'm like, okay, I need someone else's thoughts. I can't just have my own.
No, seriously. I always catch myself. I'm like, I don't know if it's like borderline schizophrenia or multiple personality disorder, but I'll refer to myself as like our and we.
Yes. Like, please tell the class. And I'm referring to myself in third person. Like, you are you in your own mind. Why are you talking to yourself outside?
Honestly. But yeah, I highly recommend anybody who is a fan of talking to themselves, start a podcast. podcast. I did it last week for a whole hour, and I was like, wow, I could keep going.
Well, yes. My thoughts are just as important.
Right. So we'll get into the next part. So the first part of the movie was labeled The Interview. This next section is Closing Day. The Torrance family made it to the Overlook Hotel, and they are getting their grand tour. During this whole tour, the whole premises feels like a maze, making it hard to get an exact location of where you are. They are shown in their apartment, which is located in the staff wing of the hotel. The hotel was built between 1907 and 1909 on a Native American burial ground. Y'all know what they would used to call it, all right? So, and the prime spot inside of the gold ballroom that could fit up to 300 guests. We meet Dick Halloran, who is the head chef, but also has a special gift that he shares with Danny. The Shining. Once they get to the pantry, this is where Halloran and Danny have a psychic conversation. The big boss takes Jack and Wendy to see the intricacies of Jack's job, while Halloran and Danny go for some ice cream. During the ice cream trip, this is when Halloran explains what the Shining is and how it is genetic. Danny asks the cook if he's scared of the hotel, and he replies that some places are like people, and the Overlook Hotel is like the people who possess the Shining. People can leave a trace of themselves behind. Regular people can't notice these things, but people who have that special gift can. People who shine can see things that haven't happened yet or see stuff from a long time ago. Danny's final question is, why is he afraid of room 237? And he replies, a matter-of-factly, to stay out. All right. So, what is your favorite part of the hotel's interior decorations going through this grand scheme of the hotel?
I was actually thinking about this as I was watching the movie. They have their color scheme for each room. It is so like linear. It's like if they're gonna stick with one color, and it's gonna be like that for each room.
And what's cool is like each room is so different though too. So it's like I really love the carpets in all of the rooms.
Yes.
If I had money, I would like have carpet like that everywhere. My house don't even fucking
everywhere.
have carpet. Yeah, I think for the interior it was really, really confusing to like every time they were like walking around, every time they turned around a corner, it looked like a new part of the hotel, even though they were in the same room.
Yeah.
And going into a new room, leaving that room, you'd be like, wait, that's not where you left from. Like, where'd you come from? Like, the whole entire hotel is just so big and so confusing. But it's also cool that it feels even bigger and more confusing because each room is so different. Because if each room felt similar, you'd be like, oh, okay, this is a familiar area. I know where we are here. But in like each scene, it is so different.
I also really enjoyed the emptiness of each room because I don't know if we're going to talk about it, but when he's writing in that big giant space, it's like there's so much and so little, and that's how it is for every room too.
Honestly, yeah. There's I feel like it's a good like metaphor on like an emptiness that like Jack feels on the inside because he's just so unhappy with himself, as we will get to see. So, do you think places can be haunted, and have you ever been to a haunted location?
I do think places can be haunted.
Me too.
So I played the Ouija board.
Someone did that in the studio here, and I was like, you know what? Y'all should have invited me.
Right. So I played the Ouija board when I was pretty young. Shout out Target for having Stranger Things Ouija board for $12
Shout
when
out
I was
Target.
in the 7th grade. And we played, and it was at my we're not friends anymore, but you know, a middle school friend. She was moving out, but as she was moving out, it increasingly became haunted. Like her what was it? Her attic, it like stomping all the time every time I was over. And then she was deaf in one ear. We were sitting side by side. I'm helping her pack, and we hear this like staticky, like child's like noise.
Right.
In our like right ear, and the ear she's deaf in, like that's where she heard it from.
Oh.
Yeah. And she was like, did you hear that? And I was like, yeah. And then as I left her house, because she only lived a block away from me, and I could walk home. There was like a figure in her attic window, and I like sprinted home, and I like repented. I was like, please don't kill me. Please, 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 please.
I know you guys can't see me, but my hands are on my head. I'm terrified. No, yeah, I also believe in ghosts. I don't know. I think like there's a lot of different things like Ouija boards that can be like connected as a little realm, not a realm, like a portal between
Yeah.
the realms. For me, there was like I had these tarot cards, and my mom like did not like the tarot cards. Like she ended up eventually like ripping them up and tearing them
Oh
all up.
shit. Yeah.
But there was this one part while we were living in this apartment. My brother, he was like a drug addict, so I didn't like believe half of the stuff he said.
Period.
But he showed me this video. We had this little attic thingy, and he was showing me this video. And this is back in the day before like CapCut and AI and generated videos. Like so, this was literally from his photo album on like his iPhone. He showed me like he opened up the attic and like he had his phone camera going up into the attic, and then as soon as you go up into the attic, there's just like a whole altar of candles lit.
Oh my god.
And then like he like just holds it there for a second, and then he just like pulls it down, and he puts it back up, and it was all gone. And I was like,
oh my god.
I was like,
So I would have been terrified.
I gotta go.
I would have been terrified. I think I've had one moment. I was in my living room. I used to be so scared of my living room. Like in the dead of the night, I was like sleeping there, and like my hands were crossed across my chest. So you guys can't see, but just imagine before you're going down like a water slide, they have you cross your arms like in front of your chest. And I like woke up and I saw like a figure like right in front of me, and I was like. And then I closed my eyes and it's gone. And it felt like a pressure was on my chest. And
sleep paralysis.
I had terrible sleep paralysis.
I did a Conjuring episode, and I told one of the stories I had before of that. But yeah, there was like my sleep paralysis demon, literally like not even joking, but like it looked like Hannah Montana like coming over me doing like the shh, and I was like ah.
Mine was just dark.
There was no. It was a silhouette.
Yes,
but it looked.
Mine was just dark, and I was like, I don't know what you are, but you're scaring me.
No, for real. Gotta go.
And it got worse because I would get sick a lot when I was in middle school, and I would have the weirdest dreams, and it was just. That's my all-time. Just never want to sleep.
I love weird dreams though. Like especially now, I'm starting to be like a lot into like my writing bag. So every time I have like a weird, scary dream, like as soon as I wake up, I'm like write it down.
I keep a dream journal on me. Like I swear.
So to get back into the movie, they are at the hotel now. So it is a month later. We see Jack begin to focus more on his writing while Wendy and Danny enjoy a beautiful day exploring the hedge maze. Tuesday is upon us, and there is word of a snowstorm heading straight to Colorado. Danny tries to open up room 237, but it's locked. This is also the day when Jack snapped at Wendy when she came to visit him while he was writing. It's Thursday. Wendy and Danny are playing outside, while we see Jack losing his marbles. However, it wasn't until Saturday that Danny saw two twin girls lurking in the hallway. As they say, come play with us forever and ever and ever. His shining is showing him images of their axed up corpses at the same time. The snow also got so bad that the telephone lines are down, leaving only the radio to communicate in and out of the hotel. The last day that was semi-normal was Monday, but even then, Jack had an eerie interaction with Danny. Jack tells Danny he wishes they could stay there forever and ever and ever, which Danny replies by asking if he would ever hurt him and his mom. So, is there any part of this section that stuck out as any way of foreshadowing what's to come?
I think when I was watching it, after the forever and ever part, and then Danny goes to see his father, and he's kind of just like on the edge of his bed, just like
y'all can't see us, but we're stuck.
Right, like deadpan, and he just turns over and is like, "Okay, come here," and he's like, That's when a moment I was like, "Okay, this is definitely we're gonna see this later on."
Right, and I don't know if it is one of the like theories behind this movie is that Jack has the shining, which is why earlier the cook Halloran was saying like, it's like genetic, it's familial. He got it from his grandma, and he would always have conversations with her, yada yada yada. So this is insinuating that Jack has the shining too. So in a sense, Jack could be having like the exact same visions as Danny is having, or even then, all the visions that we're seeing in the movie could simultaneously be Jack's or Danny's or one of the others. However, this is the point where like Danny Danny knows, Danny knows that there's something
Yeah.
wrong with his dad. So, because he has that shining, and there's something wrong with Jack because he is off the wagon.
Right.
So him saying forever and ever and ever the same way as like the little girls say forever and ever and ever, I think that's when Danny was like, oh, this isn't my dad. Yeah.
I don't know who you are, but right.
Because it was very the same language being used. Do you think that room 237 wants Danny or Jack?
Ooh,
Because that's like the heart of the hotel, the soul of the hotel.
Yeah. I think they want Jack, but I'm like half and half because I'm like Danny's young, so they can like instill that shiny into him, even though it is kind of like genetic.
Right.
But I think because Jack's already in that position, they probably want Jack more than they want Danny.
I think they want Jack. I think they want to use Jack to kill Danny.
Yes.
Because then the hotel will have like Danny's like power basically.
Yeah.
It'll just soak up. It's like the lasting impression. So it's Danny's strong shining, which is more apparent than his father's, would be stuck at the hotel.
Right.
But since Jax is so weak, they prey upon Jack to use him to attack his family.
Yes.
I think, I don't know.
Right.
There's so many different theories to this movie.
Well, I was also thinking about how children have this sense of like they already know, they just can't properly communicate it because they're a child. So it's like I think something in him already knew about room 237, everything in that hotel. So, yeah.
Honestly, literally. Last question for this section. This is probably the most serious question I have for the whole entire podcast, okay?
Okay, I'm ready.
Why are little white girls so creepy?
Wow, let me think about that.
Because if you look at every horror movie that has children in it, it's a little white girl.
It is a little white girl. Little white boy, little white girl.
Children of the Corn, all white children. The new Terrifier, or Terrifier 2, where he had the little pale girl, that was a little white girl.
I think it's their eyes.
Right.
Because they always have like these like crystally blue eyes. And it's like they can just
see into your soul.
Right. They just like stare, and then it's like their forehead, and it's just
prominent.
Right. They just want you.
Honestly,
that's why they're so creepy.
I agree. There was one of my favorite drag queens is Bob the drag queen. He said the little white girls are like scary for a whole different reason, but he was like, anytime I am on an elevator and a little white girl comes on, I'm like, nope, I'm getting off.
Yes, I understand.
Perfect. So we'll get into the next section. This is when stuff starts going down, you guys.
Period.
Okay, I'm going to have to address the elephant in the room real quick. At the last radio meeting, we got told to stop being potty mouths. Not me specifically, but I mean, like, you know, I'm not innocent. I'm not that innocent. So this will be a journey, you guys. You will be hearing new sound effects coming soon, covering up any cuss words that might come out my mouth.
Right.
So Wednesday is when we really see the hotel coming to life. Danny is playing by room 237, and guess what door is finally open? Wendy hears Jack having a nightmare and goes to wake him up. He said he had the worst nightmare. He killed her and Danny, then chopped them into little pieces. Danny walks in, bruised, and she assumes that it was Jack. She takes Danny to go comfort him and thinks. All the while, Jack throws a fit down the hotel halls, finding himself in the gold ballroom. He exclaims the words that he would sell his soul for a drink, and a bartender pops up, granting that wish. After conversing with him for a while, Wendy pops up distressed and crying, saying that Danny was attacked by a crazy lady in room 237. Jack doesn't believe it, so he goes up there to see what's going on. At this time, Danny and Halloran are simultaneously having the same vision. Jack in room 237, making out with a hot lady that turns decrepit, decaying, and well past her prime. Jack runs out of the room equally shocked and disgusted, but when he gets back to Wendy, he tells her nothing was there. He then starts to blame Danny for giving himself bruises. Wendy is still convinced Danny needs to get out of the hotel and be seen by a doctor. This pisses Jack off, and he starts to lose it again. This time, when he makes it back to the ballroom, it's packed tight. and the party looks like it has just begun. One of the waiters, named Grady, accidentally spills a drink on Jack. They go to the bathroom to clean it up when Jack recognizes how he knows Grady. He was the previous caretaker who axed his family in the 70s. Grady replies to Jack that he is the one who is the caretaker and has always been. Grady warns Jack that there is one person who could interfere with his plan and take control over his family, and it's the cook, Halloran. After hearing an eerily inspiring speech to correct his family, Jack goes to tamper with the radio so that the only form of communication is no longer in service. The cook knows something is wrong, tries numerous times to reach the hotel, and his nerves leave him with no other option than to fly to Colorado to go back to the Overlook. All right, so when Jack saw himself killing his family, do you think that was The Shining or an actual nightmare? Because, The Shining, you could see into the future, right?
I think it's both. I think it's both The Shining and it's a nightmare because I don't know if at that point he wants to kill his family, but I think it's definitely egging him on that he feels the need to kill his family.
Right, and also to go on to that point that it could be both because earlier earlier in his conversation with Danny, when he was talking to Danny and Danny was asking him would he would ever hurt them to the first question Danny asked him was what's wrong with you basically, and he was like,
Right.
Oh, I'm just so tired, and Danny was like, well, why don't you go to sleep? He was like, there's just so much to do. I have so much to do, I can't. So this kind of alludes to the fact that maybe he never has been sleeping.
Right.
So if he has woken up from this nightmare, was it really a sleep-induced nightmare or The Shining? Him just
Yeah.
actually envisioning what the ghosts are trying to make him do, which is chop up his family.
Right.
So from this whole sequence of events, what was the scariest or creepiest?
Ooh, I'm gonna be honest. Hold on. Let me get my brains
You're good.
going 7 different places. It wasn't him making out with the decrepit old lady, but seeing her body in the bath, I think was whoa.
Yeah, right. Okay.
How did
Literally,
we get there?
I think that's the same part I was gonna say too. There is another theory that she is a metaphor for the hotel in itself. So at first sight, you see just this luscious, beautiful woman who got
Right.
body titties perky, and you're like, okay,
Right.
well,
Bush not shaved.
right. Dude, the bush was bushing.
Bush was bushing. I
You
was
could braid it,
and I'm here for it.
right?
And I'm here for it.
So yeah, at first glance, in comparison with the lady in the hotel, at first glance of the hotel, on the outside and inside, it's all very, very pretty. But once you get into it, once you start to explore it, like how Jack was exploring the woman's body, it turns into something more dark and deceivious and
Yeah.
nasty. Just how the more you stay at the Overlook, you learn about its history and all of its dark history and
Right.
nastiness and all that. So yeah, I definitely think that was the scariest part. And just oh my god, literally watching it, I would the first time I literally wanted to throw up in my mouth a little bit. Just
Yeah,
imagine
that, and
just
when he
dead body.
looks in the mirror and sees her
Yeah.
backside, I would.
Yeah, I'm shaking my hands in disgust right
The
now.
makeup
yes.
and effects, beautiful.
It was good. It was good.
Great for that time. Beautiful. But I was just oh my God. And
I think that's kind of why I love
yeah.
80s and 90s horror movies, because there wasn't too much CGI yet, and the CGI that was there was so noticeable, so they had to rely
Yeah,
on good makeup and practical
right.
effects and good storytelling.
Great. Right.
So hypothetically, Jack sells his soul basically for a drink. I think there was that same Conjuring episode I did. There is steps to demonic possession, and you can skip those 3 steps if you basically say the words take me, or those words oh, I'll sell my soul. So
Right.
I think that was the point where the hotel was oh, well, consider it done.
Right.
So hypothetically, what would you sell your soul for?
Oh my God. Ooh. If this is a no judgment place, a tall twink.
Oh, there you go.
I would sell my soul for a tall twink who's not emotionally unavailable.
For yourself or to turn into?
No.
Both.
Right. That's the worst question ever. I don't know if I want to be the twink or be with a twink.
I think that's everyone's contemplation when they come towards a twink. They're like, damn, I don't know if
That's the first thought I have every morning.
Be with you,
be the twink,
be you,
or embody it, or be
right.
with one.
For me, I think I'm trying to think of something funny, but I can only think of something serious. I think if I was to do it, it would to like literally like give my dogs eternal life. Because whenever that day comes, that's when I turn into the Joker.
Oh
that's when I turn into the Harley Quinn. That's when I turn into everybody at once.
They're better than people.
No, deadass. I hate people.
Me and books. Me
Right.
and books. A book can't disappoint me. A person can.
I have been disappointed I've only been disappointed by movies turned in from books, but books have not disappointed me.
Exactly.
So now it is 8:00 in the morning on the Torrance's last day at the Overlook Hotel. Still shaken up about the events that transpired the night before, Wendy goes to tell Jack that she's taking Danny to see a doctor. When she gets to the study, he's not here. But she finds countless pages that repeat the same line. All work, no play makes Jack a dull boy. Jack comes in and he is mentally no longer with us. He starts to try to attack Wendy until she finally knocks him over the head with a baseball bat. As she should, might I add. Wendy dragged him down to the pantry and locked him in there just moments before he regained consciousness. She finds a huge knife and tells Jack that she's taking the snowcat and Danny to go get help. However, Jack reveals that he made the snowmobile immobile. It skips to 4 p.m., the sun is setting, and Wendy is asleep in her room. The ghost of Grady reappears and inspires Jack to get up and finish what he started. Tony wakes up Wendy by screaming red rum, and in the mirror, shot backwards, it spells murder. Jack comes and attacks the door with an axe while they hide in the bathroom. Danny is able to escape by the window and a snow slide, leaving Wendy unable to escape. Once Jack axes down the bathroom door big enough to pop his head through, he delivers the line, "Here's Johnny!" Wendy cuts his hand before he's able to unlock the door. Then we hear Halloween finally arriving in his snowmobile. That made Jack leave Wendy to go make sure that the cook couldn't interfere with his plans. Danny is hiding in a cupboard. Almost immediately walking into the Overlook, Jack pops out from behind a pillar and kills the cook. Danny was able to sense this, and it made him scream, revealing his hiding spot. Now, Jack is chasing Danny out into the snow, straight into the hedge maze. Wendy starts to wander around the hotel in search of Danny, and that's when the hotel reveals all of its sinister secrets to Wendy. Danny is well into the hedge maze with his dad, right on his tail, until he comes up with the idea to mislead Jack with false footprints in the snow. Danny finds his way out of the maze just as Wendy is getting outside. She spots him, grabs him, and takes Holleran's snowmobile as far away from the Overlook as possible. Jack quickly got exhausted and passes out into the snow, ultimately freezing to death. At the end of the movie, we see a group photo from 1921 of a party in the Gold Ballroom where Jack is the leading man right in front of the picture. Yes.
Oh, boy.
Right. So when Wendy is going through the hotel, there was a bunch of evil spirits that stuck out. So what were some of the malevolent entities that stuck out to you?
I think it would still be the decrepit old lady. Grady, right?
Grady was
Or the chef.
Grady was the butler.
Okay, period.
Yeah, but I don't think she had a name. But yeah, the decrepit old lady.
I'm gonna just say the decrepit old lady. I think because they put so much emphasis on room 237 and like her being there, well, like you said earlier, was like this metaphor of like the hotel and like the things that possess it, that once you get to know it more, the more it shows you and the more you kind of get sucked into that, like the decrepitness.
Right. It's yeah. Honestly, there was one that definitely was one of the things that stuck out. The other one that stuck out, I don't know how else to describe it, but it is like some Winnie the Pooh sex spirit.
Period.
I will post the picture on my Instagram. You guys will see it. But yeah, there literally that was like the first. It's like what I don't even know what does it pertain to the movie. What does it have to do with the story? But it's literally like some other butler, like laying down on the bed, and he's receiving some fellatio from literally some giant dude in a onesie where he has his booty cheeks all out, but his face is covered up in some like Winnie the Pooh looking, like Winnie the Pooh meets Pumbaa mask, and it was like
What is happening?
Literally, it was like that was creepy just because it was like, I think you guys are in the wrong movie set. Like, what do you?
Sex sells.
Sex sells.
And it's the 80s, and they want to,
Right. They said we don't kink shame here. I'm not kink shaming. However, I
We're
do
just
think.
curious.
Right. I do think. I just want to know why.
I need some context. I'm not, hey, what you do in your free time, none of my concern.
Literally.
But I'm going to need some context.
If you're gonna make me watch it,
Right.
And I don't even think that was one of the deleted scenes because there were some deleted scenes.
Yeah.
There's a part where she runs upstairs and I think in the gold ball. Yeah, she goes to the gold ballroom, and this is like the one time throughout the whole entire movie, which makes this movie like a weird, scary movie, is because there is light in almost every single scene.
Yeah.
Like it's shot during the day. There's lights on throughout the hotel at all time. It's a very lit show, and most horror movies are in the dark.
Right.
You have to have your brightness all the way up to try to see anything that's going on, but this movie's not. So, oh God, what were we just talking about? I lost my train of thought.
Light.
Before light.
The entities. That's a terrible word.
I put the titties in entities.
Well, just some of the ghosts that stuck out to you. Nope, the wind took your thought.
Yeah, I think the wind took my thought,
The
you
wind took your
guys.
thought.
Okay.
But speaking of the light, there's this one moment. I think it's my favorite shot in the whole movie. It's when it's right before Jack goes to see his dad, and and it's him and his mom. They're watching the TV, and it's actually so beautiful. It's like 4 giant windows, and it's just the light peeling in, but it's like very majestic, where it's like it's dark, but it's like you could see the light peeling in through these windows and the shadows over it, and then that's when he's like, "Can I go get my red fire truck from the room? Your father's sleeping."
Please, I won't make no noise. What's also kind of creepy about that scene, as beautiful as it is, what a lot of people pointed out is like they're watching TV, and especially back in the day, there's no cord. It's not plugged into nothing.
Yeah, I was like, what a weird place to put your TV where it's.
So like the spirits turned it on,
right?
But I remember what we were talking about the
Yeah.
light. When Wendy was running upstairs, this was the one part when she got to the gold ballroom. I got back, you guys. I made it.
Gave it back.
So she made it to the gold ballroom, and there's no lights in there. And not only is there no lights in there, there's cobwebs everywhere, and there's a bunch of like skulls and skeletons just all placed about like they were dead having the party. This was a deleted scene that they put in the American version. And I think in the international UK version, they cut out this scene. But it kind of makes sense why they cut out this scene because it like makes sense, don't make sense. But however, I do like that they added this scene because it did bring more darkness to the gold ballroom, because that was like in the whole entire movie, it was a party in there, this big party. And then now that Jack is trying to kill everybody, the party's dead,
Don't kill the vibe.
No, for real. And yeah, he did. He definitely did. So if Wendy hadn't run into Danny outside, do you think she would have gone into the hedge maze or left?
I think she would have. Ooh, I'm sorry, but Wendy's a little stupid.
I think she would have left.
I want to say she would have left.
I think she would have left. I don't think she was on her way outside to go look for Danny. I think she was on her way outside to go to the snow cat.
She was a goner. She didn't have that. She did not have a thought of Danny in her head as she's like looking at the immobile snowmobile.
Right.
And
honestly, yeah, I think she was on her way out the door. I think literally, I think kind of Danny knew that too. I think Danny was like, if I don't get back to like the front, like my mom's gonna leave me.
She's gone. She's not coming back after me.
But there was a moment when in the bathroom you can see in her head where she does remember Danny, but like I think she only goes to search. Okay, so like so after she cuts Jack's hand in the bathroom and he goes to go kill the cook, she's there and she's kind of like just contemplating like, oh my God, like okay, like what do I do? And then you can see like in her head she's like, oh God, Danny. And then that's when she like goes out and she starts exploring the hotel, but then she starts seeing all of she sees the crazy lady, she sees the twins, she sees the pool of blood coming from the elevators, which was only like, we only saw in like Danny Shining. It was only ever a vision, but we actually see the hotel doing that to her. Right. And then she sees freaking Winnie the Pooh trying to give some head. And so, like, at that point, I would have forgotten Danny, too. I would have been like... And then she sees the cook dead, so then she's like, oh, okay,
there's,
like,
there's
I
a
gotta
lot
go.
of things happening.
Yeah. And then, so, yeah, I think Danny got there at the right time because I think she was on her way out. And then...
Yeah, she was a goner.
But at least, like, even if that was the scenario, Danny would have made it back in the hotel, so he would have been warm and safe. And I still think Jack would have died in the hedge maze because it wasn't long after he kind of just, like, collapsed and gave up. Yeah. He didn't have a good jacket on.
He's not used to it.
Everyone in Chicago today.
They lied about the weather. It's not that bad.
It's really not that bad out. Only one finger got frostbitten, not 5 of them.
Right?
I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's just the tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip of the finger.
So, if it came down to Jack versus Wendy in the bathroom, who would have won?
Without the weapons?
No, both of them have their... Wendy has... I mean, her knife is probably at least like a foot long. And Jack does have the axe.
I'm going to be honest. I think it's Jack. I think Jack would have won. He has the giant axe. He has the giant axe. One swing and one wrong step and it's over.
I agree. I think I was... The first time watching it, I was like, damn... Mr. Cook, the cook who, Dr. Holleran or whatever, he literally got on a big old airplane. Right. He drove a big snowmobile all the way up to the hotel. This was like days of journey just to get there. And seconds as he walks in, he dies. So I was like, damn, he literally went there and died for no reason. But then it not necessarily wasn't a reason because if he didn't die, but I mean, who's to say whose life is more worth than the other one? Right. But if he didn't come there at that time that he came there, Jack most assuredly would have killed Wendy.
I think someone had to die.
Yeah,
That's And if it wasn't her, it would have been someone else.
They didn't want to kill Danny, and Danny couldn't drive the snowcat alone.
Right. No, the 5-year-old can't do that.
And I mean, I'll call a spade a spade. This was the 80s, and they're like, let's kill the person of color. Yeah, there was another like moment in the movie where they dropped the hard R. I was like, oh, I'm gonna just skip that.
You know, I have to remember it's the 80s. I really do.
Yeah, and the person who said it was a ghost from earlier. He was like a ghost from the 70s too.
Oh.
Even.
Okay.
But but even Jack, whatever. So, do you know about any of the hidden meanings in this movie? We talked about some of them, I guess.
I think you said it earlier, where it was like the Native American reservation, was the land
burial ground.
Yeah, the burial ground before the hotel came to be. I think is one thing that really stuck out to me. That's the only one I know. I'm going to be honest. That's all I got.
That would make sense because in the movie they have a bunch of Native American art as like giant paintings, vases, and like rugs and stuff. And if it was built on a burial ground such as that, then that makes sense because that was a lot of like tropes back then, to have a way of bringing back the dead was that specific kind of protected ground. So we see that in like film. I think another hidden meaning that I saw it not watching the movie, but I saw it when I was trying to look up pictures for a different segment later in the podcast. But you know the show Welcome to Derry?
Yes, I do. I was watching that.
Apparently, Halloran, the cook in The Shining, is connected in the universe of Welcome to Derry. I need to. And
your sweater matches.
Oh, right. I need to investigate that. Yes. But when I was like looking for photos and stuff, and it makes sense because both of them are Stephen King. Stephen King wrote it, and Stephen King wrote.
I was just thinking.
This.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, go for it.
The Hedge Maze and Children of the Corn. I was like that. Like I was like, okay, I think they're all interconnected somehow, some way.
Stephen King. He is He is unafraid and not afraid. Yeah, he's not afraid to reference or not reference.
Yeah.
But so I wanted to look into that a little more. Maybe I'll do a podcast episode on that series. But yeah, I saw that there was that same person is
Yeah.
like those two stories connect in the same universe, which was kind of crazy. And sorry, y'all, I'm reading.
No, it's okay. We love an organized queen.
Literally. Okay, so another thing that was crazy about this movie, Stanley Kubrick, he got in he broke one or two Guinness World Records for how
Wow.
many shots were taken in the scene. He mentally like destroyed Shelley Duvall and the
Oh.
actor who played Dick Halloran.
Mhm.
There was the scene in the kitchen where Dick was talking to Danny about The Shining and stuff. I think that scene had over 140 different takes
Oh
just
my
for that one
God.
scene. And
Yeah.
every time that they would interview the actor about it, I'm just totally forgetting his name right now. Anytime they would interview the actor about it, he would like start welling up like tearful and stuff, like trying to recall the experience because it was like so traumatic for him on how like Stanley Kubrick treated her. And then same with Shelley Duvall, like a lot of the like the scene where she's like I believe it's the scene where she's like trying to go after Jack with the baseball bat and stuff. They shot that over 100 and something times too, and it's because it wasn't like he kept like digging at Shelley Duvall's performance and stuff. And I think that's why you can really see her getting like her performance is really believable because I really think he was really trying to like
Yeah.
psychologically break her, so
Right.
then it portrays on camera. And I mean, it worked. Like
yeah, it
but I mean,
was-
yeah, it was not good. She is totally like she got totally messed up from that movie, like the rest of her life. But it was a phenomenal performance.
Loved. I think that's my favorite part for sure.
All right, so that oh no, one more question. What was your favorite part of the movie? Was it that?
This is gonna. Yes, but also this is gonna sound crazy. It was when he's in the giant room. He's in the giant room and he's on his typewriter. And she comes in and she's like, "Oh, maybe one day I could read something you write." And it's that. Is it psychologically terrible? Because you could tell the abuse in that moment of
Oh
like,
no, seriously.
and it's absolutely terrible. But it's her facial expressions of like it's micro, like managing her face of like she's trying not to let it affect her, but it's so apparent. I don't know why that's my favorite part, but it's the fact that he's sitting down and she's standing up and it's him like,
Yeah.
and she's like, okay.
Because in a stage stance, if someone's sitting and someone's standing, this person who's standing kind of has the power, but this is like
Yeah.
vice versa. He's sitting and he's still controlling everything, and she's so docile and
Yeah.
submissive, which is like
Interesting to
Yeah.
like, see that dynamic.
and I don't think she wants to be. But I just don't, which is why, like, when she was hitting him, she was saying, like, I just need time to go think these through. I just need to go back to my room
Yeah.
and think. And it's because it's like, okay, yeah, like,
And
do you
he's like forcing it out of her to like tell him how she feels, and it's like, okay, you need to, yeah.
And it's like, do you really take it as far as, all right, I'm down. Now I got to kill my husband. Like, you have to sit there and you have to
mean,
think about that
right-
for a second. You know, you can't just
Right?
make
You don't
that
just
switch.
Decide
so
you want to kill your husband one day. I mean,
Jack did, but
you know, the brain does funny things.
no, for real. I think my favorite part of the movie, there was like a section where Jack and Wendy were going through the hedge maze, and then there is a model of the hedge maze inside of the hotel. Not Jack and Wendy. Danny and Wendy were going through the hedge maze. Excuse me. Danny and Wendy were going through the hedge maze, and inside, Jack was standing at the model of the hedge maze, kind of like looking down at them while they were exploring. So that to me was like a very like powerful
yeah.
imagery, like him, like that is him looking down on his family, like he, and then too, when he fights with Wendy a lot, he like tells her like how she's the one that ruined his life and stuff, like
Right.
yeah, blaming
like,
her for all of his failures and stuff. So that kind of is the turning point, I think, where it's like it shows that Jack looks down on his family. Jack is not a family man, as he says he is in the interview at the beginning.
Right.
Yeah, so that kind of wraps up The Shining. I'm sure there was a load of stuff we forgot to talk about. The movie is over 2 hours long, so
Right.
what are you gonna do about it? So,
Watch it.
right.
I mean-
We're at the part where we get to play one of my favorite games, Slash or Smash. The rules are very simple. I will tell you an iconic horror character, and we will say whether we would slash or smash, and why? Remember, guys, this season I'm going to have a mini vlog series out of slash or smash with people around campus and posting it to Instagram. I just posted one.
With Simon, right?
Yeah, with Simon. It was, you guys. If you guys are listening to this Friday, that was last week. But on recording day, it was just yesterday that I posted it. But yeah, it was really fun. It was really cool. I want to start doing that more. That's kind of getting me comfortable on camera. Not that I'm not comfortable on camera, but it's like, I want to do video podcasts, but like it's really time consuming to record them. But then also I would feel more in my head, not in my head, but like I'd always be trying to fix my hair or fix my makeup, or like I'm like, ooh, I didn't make that face. Why I look like that? Ooh, I should look like that.
I actually think we should bring back making faces.
Right.
Like,
okay. There you go.
I've been in this like idea of like, actually, I think I should react more.
Right. Honestly, you know what? Let's do it. So. Tune into my Instagram to check out the mini vlog series. But today on our session, we are going to be doing some characters from The Shining, beginning with Jack Nicholson's interpretation of Jack Torrance.
Slash.
Yeah, I'm gonna slash him too.
Asshole.
Right, literally.
Like, look at him. He has beautiful teeth, though.
Honestly,
I'm a sucker for people who have really nice teeth, but it's just, I can't get behind the forehead.
Yeah. I would slash him because he plays like an a-hole character so well. Yeah, and you just want to kill him. In like most of the movies he plays, you're like, oh, you're just such a dick.
Right.
All right, so next up we have Wendy Torrance, Shelley Duvall.
Smash.
You know what? I'm gonna smash too.
Her fits eat in all of the movies she's in, but this one specifically, I couldn't take my eyes off her.
I know my favorite fit. I think you had said it earlier before we were recording. She had like jeans and the red on.
Yes,
that was a really cute one, and I do like her her final fit. With the green checkered and the brown corduroy like overalls. Yeah. I am gonna smash Shelley Duvall. I'm gonna slash Wendy Torrance.
Yeah, Shelley Duvall smash, but Wendy specifically, no.
Yeah.
We can't justify another man's actions. I can't stand behind that one.
Yeah, like at the dislocating of your child's shoulder. That would have been the all right. I think we should go see other people.
We need a divorce.
All right, next up, you guys. I'm so excited for you guys to see the photo that I found for this, so you can know what I'm talking about. I'm probably gonna make this photo like the what is it? The thumbnail of the episode, but it is the Winnie the Pooh sex spirit. Are we slashing? Or are we smashing?
I think I'm a smash. I want to experience.
Honestly,
there's a part of me that's like, well,
curious.
I'm a little curious. What is this? What do you do?
And the gentleman that the Winnie the Pooh was with, he looked like mind your business. We're busy. We're getting disturbed. Like
hello, close. Don't look.
Yeah. So it is what now that I'm seeing the picture, guys. So this is Winnie the Pooh, but his mouth is very predator. Yeah.
He has like fangs almost.
It's hot. Smash. So next up, we got the spirit in room 237 after the transformation.
She doesn't have any teeth.
Well. No, I'm just kidding.
I think I'm gonna have to slash.
Yeah. This one's a slash.
Yeah, this one's a slash.
This one feels like she would be wet in the wrong ways.
I would be a little scared to look at her. We might have to with the lights turned off. But...
Right, a paper bag.
Yeah.
All right, final person up on the dossier today is gonna be Dick Halloran.
I'm a smash.
Honestly, I was looking at photos when he was younger. My computer was really trying to make me crash out because I was looking for pictures for probably like 25 minutes when it should take like 5 minutes using Google.
Yeah.
But all the pictures I kept downloading were like links and not like the actual images. But when he was younger, Daddy was fine.
I'm a smash.
Yeah,
I'm bald head. I can rub it.
Right. Give me a wish.
Right.
Awesome. That was the game Slash or Smash. We almost dug a hole big enough to fit this topic into, but before we go, this is the part of the show where we answer chilling inquiries from our Crypt keepers. Today's question is, Miss HWIC, head witch in charge. Valentine's Day is getting close, and it's going to be another year where I spend it alone. For reference, I'm a 20-year-old woman, and people say I look like a young Winona Ryder. I'm incredibly shy. Like, anytime someone has tried to come up to me in high school, my defense mechanism was to hiss at them. So I got labeled as a weirdo very quickly, which just made me more introverted. I think I lost all capability to have a normal human interaction face-to-face. However, since the new Frankenstein movie came out, I got to thinking, do you think it's possible to build myself a partner? Do I have to do it out of dead bodies, or do you think there's a different option? If you could build yourself the perfect partner, what would be their attributes and characteristics? Later, skater, from Witty Screen Name. So, we could go to the first question first. Do you think it's possible to build yourself a partner? Yes.
Yes, I think that's definitely more than possible.
And if you're a fan of AI, here at UIC Radio, we do not condone the use of AI. But if you are someone who is a fan of AI, they literally have like boyfriend, girlfriends you can buy, like robots. Like, have you seen the movie The Companion?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the girl from the Yellow Jackets, phenomenal actress. But she is an AI robot, and they literally have that now. Like, it's expensive, but you literally could buy yourself
if you like companions, watch Her.
Ooh, okay.
That one's really good. Yeah.
I should watch that. So I think it could. Okay, yeah. I don't think you need to do it out of dead bodies. Some people like that.
I mean, well,
the bodies are there. They're not being used.
I mean, if you can't see my face, but I mean, if you want to go through the work of digging up graves, go for it.
Yeah, that does sound like a lot.
That's, well, and not all of their parts will work. So how many graves do you have to dig up to find the right parts?
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a good cardio workout, you can always go that route.
I wish I had like pictures of the person on the gravestone, so you know.
Imagine. Let's do that.
Yeah,
that's a
like,
new trend.
Just add a picture and then dig up the grave if you like them.
Honestly, it'd be like window shopping.
Right?
So, what is the last question on here? If you could build yourself the perfect partner, what would their attributes and characteristics be? Mine would be everything that I shouldn't like. So we're gonna go like 6'5", bad credit, smokes cigarettes, tattoos everywhere, gauges, a septum with double nose piercings on both sides.
Oh my god.
Black
like
hair.
emo.
Yeah.
Emo, grunge.
Yeah.
They had some problems.
Yeah.
Probably avoidant.
That's my type. If you're out there, hey.
Oh my god. Well, I already told you earlier, my type is twinks.
Oh, yep.
What would their attributes be? Okay, I've recently got into reading books, but has it helped me in embracing love? Some way, shape, or form. It's definitely built up my expectations of, I think I do want a man who's 6'5" now.
Right.
I was okay with short kings, but they've done nothing but be short of,
I mean, being picked up is an experience that you don't get to experience that much as an adult, and I see why as a child, like, you'd always be like, oh my god, pick me up.
Yes.
Because if I had someone who was 6'5" as an adult, I'd be like, oh my god, pick me up.
I do want to look up at my partner for sure. I like them long and lengthy. I like them to have like long, beautiful, curly hair, giant nose. That's giant nose, beautiful eyes, nice teeth. And I stand on it.
Me is hands. Like some people have like the fingers where like they're shorter and like their nails are stubbier. No shade against you guys. I love you guys so much, but don't touch me.
People like what they like.
Hands are a really big thing for me. Like if someone's like nails are dirty, you can be like, ooh, okay. Also, don't touch me. Honestly, if you have bad credit, let me fix it. Let me fix you. No, I'm just kidding.
Period.
So, I'd like to thank my guest Apollo for hanging out today. Apparitional Apollo, do you have anything to plug, like an Instagram or TikTok?
Ooh, I have an Instagram. It's at Apollonia, APOLLOOONIAAA,
Hey.
just like the place in Greece. Okay. So I'm working with the Filipino theater. It's
Ooh.
called Circa Pintig.
Ooh.
They're doing an adaptation of King Lear, but with a Filipino family.
That sounds so cool.
I'm gonna be in it.
Oh, that sounds so cool.
Yes. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Hey, okay, cool. So whenever the dates for that performance come up, I'll make sure to share it like on the Instagram story and like
yes, please.
on whatever episode's being recorded that week. I'll make sure to throw it in at the end. Awesome. So make sure to go follow Apollo, you guys, and also for real, go follow my Instagram at She's in the Crypt so you can see the new mini vlog series Slash or Smash. I'd like to thank UIC Radio for publishing this podcast, but most importantly, I'd like to thank you, the Crypt Keepers. Thank you for digging this grave with me today, but unfortunately, the graveyard is closed. So until next time, we'll leave this episode in the crypt. Farewell and bad dreams. Make sure to follow the podcast on Instagram at She's in the Crypt for updates about shows and upcoming guests. Follow UIC Radio at UIC Radio on Insta and subscribe to the UIC Radio YouTube channel so you won't miss a single episode every Friday. And you can also check out the other shows on the network. This podcast was created, written, and edited by Naomi Dillon Sass. Hey! And published by UIC Radio. Music by Arthur Benson, A Friendly Ghost, and sound effects by epidemicsound.com. If you can't get enough of She's in the Crypt, you can check out my weekly blog, Crypt Collections, every Saturday morning on the website, uicradio.net, and find me in the blog section. Bye!